What's up everyone? Let's geek out over .NET MAUI, the tool that's about to make your app building life so much cooler. We're gonna break down how you can create sleek native apps from iOS, Android, macOS and Windows, all from one sweet codebase. Just imagine. No matter if you're new to this or you're a .NET ninja, buckle up for the ride and the future of app development. So let's dive in. So if you've never interacted with any programming code, anything to do with programming, anything to do with Visual Studio, this is your video. So I'm going to explain to you the basics and the fundamentals of .NET MAUI. Maybe you're interested in building native apps and you don't know where to start. I'll advise you to come watch this video and learn .NET MAUI. So I'm going to go directly to the basics. So here is our Visual Studio 2022 and I'll suggest that you upgrade yours because the upgraded version has latest features that will assist you in your app building. So I'm going to, if you have had a recent project opened, you'll always view them from here, but since we don't have any, I'm going to go to create a new project, and you're going to come to your search bar and search for .NET MAUI. For me, I had already searched for it, so I'm going to click on my template. I'm going to, so here you're going to choose .NET 9, which is the standard term support, and it's the latest framework, has latest and good features that are going to help you in your app building. So I'm going to create. I'm going to give it some time. Let's just give it some time. And MAUI means multi-platform app user interface, and it is a cross-platform framework for creating native mobile and desktop apps with the C# and XAML. So I'm just going to close this, and you can develop several platform apps from a single shared code base. This is amazing. MAUI is formerly Xamarin, and you can also add platform specific source code using .NET MAUI. So I'm going to go directly to the Solution Explorer. Here is where we are going to get everything that we're going to use in our app building. The foundation, everything is here. And I'm going to go to dependencies. So here we have the dependency section that has dependencies library. You can see it has a .NET 9 Android, .NET 9 iOS, .NET 9 Catalyst and .NET 9 Windows 10. For me here, you see there is a caution over here. It says error occurred when getting package of Alamid data, unable to load the service index. So there's an error, but for now, let it not disturb you, because today we are just going to learn about fundamentals and basic. When we come back in my next lessons and teachings, in my next videos, I'm going to have solved the problem and it won't be there. So from there, we are going to go to the fundamental foundations, and these are the most important things that we are going to use regularly when you are building your app. So I want you to be keen, because this is a must understand. So I'm going to go to maui.cs. Here is maui.cs, and maui.cs is a MAUI program file. It enables app to be initialized from a single location and provide ability to configure fonts and third-party libraries. So MAUI program.cs file is key for setting up your application configuration, and you can see the C# code that's on your screen, this, and the code is used to specify the app class as the entry point for the application. It's also used to configure fonts, and it's also used to configure fonts. And you can see there's some parts of the app that I'm going to explain them in a very basic manner because I'll delve deeper into them later. So we have the create MAUI app builder that's used to initialize the MAUI application builder, and then we have the configure fonts here. It allows you to add custom fonts to your application, and then we move down. We have the configure services. It has to be here, somewhere here, configure fonts, but it has to be here. Yeah, you have it. It allows you to use for dependencies injection to register services, view models, or any other dependencies. Then we are going to move to the builder. We're going to move to the build or the builder. It finalizes the configuration and returns a MAUI app instance, effectively building your application. So from there, we are going to move to XAML. You've heard me mention the word XAML all the time. I'm going to explain what it is. XAML is Extensible Application Markup Language, declarative XML based language used primarily for creating user interface in Microsoft.NET technologies, including .NET MAUI. So in the .NET framework or technologies, XAML Extensible Application Markup Language is often used. So if you see the XAML anywhere in .NET, just know it's a common word in the .NET household. And then from there, I'm going to go back to the Solution Explorer and go to app.xaml. We're going to delve deeper into XAML in my next video. So app.xaml has a parent application tag, and inside that two files are configured as application resources. And under it you see the app.xaml.cs, and here is the code. And app.xaml.cs file corresponds to the code behind for the app.xaml file, which is typically used to define application-wide resources, styles, or behaviors. The purpose, I'm going to delve deeper, but the purpose is just to initialize application and handle the application lifecycle. And we have the constructor over here. This is a constructor, and it has other life methods like onStart, onSleep, onResume. Yeah, we're going to know more about it, don't worry. And then from there we have app shell. We have appshell.xaml, here it is. And appshell.xaml has a shell parent tag inside, has a shell content tag. Appshell provides fundamental features that most app request, e.g. place to describe visual hierarchy of an app, common navigation, user experience, URI-based navigation scheme that permits navigation to any app in the app, any page, permits navigation to any page in the app. So that's about app.xaml, not appshell. And here is the code under the app shell. It also has a constructor over there, but don't worry about the C# code. I'm going to explain much about it. Let's go back here, and we're going to go to pages, and that's our main page. For those people who are using let's say for example a previous framework, the main page is usually found around here, but because you are using the latest framework, it has been changed and you will find it under this folder page. So you're going to go to the main page .xaml. So the main page .xaml, the main page.xaml content page, where we create multiple pages and navigation through them, and they define the visual structure and layout using XAML markup. So it has, let me go to the code so that I can explain. It has a constructor, and it has very many elements that I'll explain later, but in the main page.xaml.cs, we also have some vertical stack layouts, some content page, we have the XML declaration, but don't worry about that because I'll be back to explain it deeper. Here I'm just here to teach you the fundamentals, so don't get scared. So I'm going to go to the manage meta page. So the manage meta page.xaml, it is designed to manage metadata. It is designed to manage app metadata, and yes, it's the C# code. It also has a constructor and also the project detail. The project detail page.xaml provides detailed view of a specific object within an application. The project detail page.xaml.cs, here it is. It contains the C# code for handling interaction with UI elements defined in XAML, e.g. can handle for event handlers for buttons. And then we have the project list.xaml. The project list.xaml displays a list of projects within an application. The project page.xaml.cs, not the project page, the project list page.xaml.cs contains the logic for managing the list of projects. So this contains the logic of managing the list of projects that are here. And then we have the task detail.xaml. It displays information about a single task within an app. And here we have the task detail page.xaml.cs. It manages data loading, event handling for UI interaction and navigation. And if you are keen, you'll notice that all these C# codes, they have constructors. It's very common. Look, there's a constructor there. When you come here, there's a constructor. All of them, they have constructors. It's very common. So I'm going to explain how we will build our code. For example, I'm going to come here to main page. So this is our code, and for us to compile or build the code, we can use various platforms. We can use Android emulators. For me, I haven't downloaded an Android emulator, but I'm going to download one and then build, and then I'll show you how it looks like. So if you want to download an Android emulator, you just come here, click yes, click new, okay. Then you're going to get Pixel 7 API, blah blah blah, and then you're going to download it, and then it will be ready for use. For me, I'll download it later. So there is also iOS local devices, there are also iOS remote devices, but for iOS you have to connect it to a device, a remote device, so that you can use iOS. But for today I'm going to use Windows machine. So it's building, you can see over here it's building. So let's wait, let's see. It's taking some time, but it's going to complete. For those people who have powerful laptops, it does not take time like mine is not powerful, just standard. So here is the main page built on a Windows machine. So this is what comes out from that code. So I'm going to minimize this and show you something. I'm going to move it side a bit here so that we can have this. You see, this is the XAML live preview. Whatever you do in your code updates itself here automatically. And if I click this part here, for example, it will take me to that part, but not in the preview, not in the built part of the code, but in the C# raw code itself. So I'm going to show you something. For example, here projects. It's going to take me to where the label text project in quotes is. The label, the name, this, the exact. So I'm going to change it, and you're going to observe something. So I'm going to write new project, and look, it updates itself live instantly. You don't have to change the code, build the program again, and then observe your change, and then if you make another change on the on your code, no, it's not that tiresome. You just change the code, and when you are changing the code, it also changes itself in the live preview. Those people who are used to building code using console, especially the C++ console and the C# console, when you change your code, you have to build it again so that the change will appear on the console app. But here there's nothing like that. You just change your code, automatically it changes itself. So thank you for watching this video. Wait for the next video. I'll come with more deeper explanation as we continue our journey to learning .NET MAUI.